I'm Alex, and 5 years ago, I was the kid everyone made fun of. Braces, thick glasses, acne everywhere. But when I walked into that billionaire's penthouse last month, he didn't recognize me at all. What happened next was absolutely insane, and it changed everything I thought I knew about revenge, success, and myself. Let me take you back to high school in suburban Chicago. I was that kid, the one eating lunch alone in the library, getting shoved into lockers, having my backpack thrown in the trash. My clothes were from thrift stores because my mom worked 2 jobs just to keep us afloat. We lived in a cramped one-bedroom apartment, and I slept on the couch every night. But the worst part? It wasn't the random bullies. It was him, Chad Morrison. His dad was some tech billionaire, and Chad made sure everyone knew it. He'd roll up to school in a different luxury car every week, wearing clothes that cost more than our rent. And he made my life absolute hell. Every single day, he'd find a new way to humiliate me. He'd knock my books out of my hands, call me names in front of girls I liked, post horrible photos of me online. Once, he literally ripped up my science project the day before it was due. I failed that assignment, and my teacher didn't believe what happened. The crazy thing is, I was actually smart, like really smart. I'd spend hours coding in my room, teaching myself programming languages, building websites for fun. Tech was my escape. While Chad was out partying and buying friends with his dad's money, I was grinding, learning, becoming something more. After graduation, I disappeared. No social media, no contact with anyone from high school. I got a scholarship to a state school, studied computer science, and kept my head down. I worked 3 part-time jobs while taking a full course load, slept maybe 4 hours a night. But I was building something, a software platform I believed could change how small businesses manage inventory. Fast forward 5 years. I'm 23 now, and my startup just got acquired by a major tech company for $30 million. $30 million! I'm not a billionaire like Chad's dad, but I'm definitely not that broke kid anymore. I got LASIK surgery, hit the gym every day, upgraded my entire wardrobe, fixed my teeth. I barely recognized myself in the mirror. Then I got invited to this exclusive tech investor mixer in downtown Chicago. Black tie event, penthouse venue, overlooking the whole city. I almost didn't go, but my business partner convinced me. She said, "You earn this, Alex. Stop hiding." I had no idea that decision would lead to the most insane moment of my entire life. I walked into that penthouse, and it was like stepping into another universe. Crystal chandeliers, waiters carrying champagne, everyone dressed like they just walked off a magazine cover. I felt that old anxiety creeping back in, that voice saying I didn't belong there. But then I remembered, I literally belonged there more than most of these people. I'd actually built something. I'd earned my spot. I grabbed a drink and started networking. People were actually interested in what I had to say. Investors wanted my card. Other founders wanted advice. For the first time in my life, I felt like I mattered, like I wasn't invisible anymore. Then I saw him across the room. Chad Morrison. Same cocky smile, same expensive suit, holding court with a group of people who were laughing at his jokes. My stomach dropped. All those feelings came rushing back. The humiliation, the anger, the pain. I thought I was over it, but seeing him made me realize I'd just been burying it. I tried to avoid him, but this event wasn't that big. Eventually, we were at the same group conversation. Someone was talking about their startup exit, and Chad jumped in with his usual arrogance. "Yeah, my dad's fund invested in something similar," he said, sipping his bourbon. "Made like $50 million on the exit. Pretty standard for us." Of course, he was riding his dad's coattails. Some things never change. Then someone asked me about my company. I kept it vague at first, but people kept pressing. Finally, I mentioned the acquisition amount. The group got quiet. Chad looked at me for the first time that night, really looked at me. "Wait, you're Alex Chen?" he asked, squinting. "The Alex Chen who built Inventory Flow?" "Yeah, that's me," I said, keeping my voice steady. He stared at me, confused. You look so familiar, but I can't place it." My heart was pounding. This was it. The moment I'd fantasized about during all those horrible high school days. I could expose him right here, tell everyone what a monster he was, embarrass him in front of all these people. But something stopped me. Maybe it was maturity. Maybe it was realizing that revenge wouldn't fix anything. Or maybe I just wanted to see how this played out. "I don't think we've met," I lied. "I'm pretty new to the scene." He relaxed, extending his hand. "Chad Morrison. My dad runs Morrison Ventures. We should talk. Always looking for smart founders to invest in." I shook his hand, and it was surreal. This guy had literally made me want to quit school, made me hate myself, and now he was trying to network with me like we were equals. No, not equals. He was trying to impress me. The conversation continued, and I watched him carefully. He name-dropped constantly, bragged about deals his dad made, tried to act like he was this big-shot investor. But I could see through it now. He was insecure. Everything he had, everything he was, came from his father. He'd never built anything himself. Meanwhile, people kept coming up to me, wanting to talk, asking questions about my journey. Chad noticed. I could see his smile fading each time someone paid attention to me instead of him. Then this older investor, someone Chad had been trying to impress all night, turned to me and said, "Alex, your story is incredible. Self-funded startup, no connections, just pure hustle. That's the American dream right there. We need more founders like you." Chad's face went red. "I mean, I'm building something too," he stammered. "Got a few projects in development." "With your dad's money?" the investor asked, not unkindly, just stating a fact. Silence. That's when I made my decision. I could have walked away, let it go, been the bigger person. But you know what? That bullied kid inside me deserved this moment. Not revenge, something better. Truth. "Actually, Chad," I said quietly, "we have met before. Kennedy High School, class of 2020. You probably don't remember me because I looked pretty different back then." His eyes went wide. The whole group was listening now. "I was the kid you bullied every single day for 4 years." The room got so quiet you could hear ice melting in glasses. Chad's face went completely pale. Everyone was staring at him, then at me, then back at him. I don't," he stammered, but I could see it in his eyes. He remembered. Maybe not every detail, but he remembered being that guy. "You ripped up my science project once," I continued, my voice steady now, not angry, just honest. "Called me names I won't repeat here. Made me feel worthless every single day. You know what got me through it? Telling myself that one day I'd be somebody, that I'd build something real." I looked him directly in the eyes, and I did. Not because of my dad's money or connections, because I refused to let you win. Every time I wanted to quit, I remembered how small you made me feel, and I worked harder. Chad looked like he wanted to disappear. Some people in the group looked uncomfortable. Others looked at him with disgust. "Look, man, he started, but I held up my hand. "I'm not telling you this to embarrass you," I said. "I'm telling you because I spent 5 years thinking this moment would feel amazing. That seeing you realize who I became would be this perfect revenge." I paused, realizing something as I said it out loud. But it doesn't feel how I thought it would. Because I didn't become successful to prove anything to you. I became successful to prove something to myself. That I mattered, that I was capable, that being different wasn't a weakness. Chad just stood there, speechless. The older investor put a hand on my shoulder. "That took real class, son," he said quietly. I nodded at Chad one last time and walked away. Behind me, I heard people asking him pointed questions, his reputation crumbling. But I didn't feel satisfaction. I felt free. That night changed my entire perspective. I'd spent so much energy caring about what Chad thought, about proving myself to people who didn't matter. But standing there, seeing him finally understand who I'd become, I realized the best revenge isn't revenge at all. It's building a life so amazing that your past bullies become irrelevant. A few days later, Chad sent me a long email apologizing for everything. I don't know if he meant it or if he was just trying to save face, but honestly, it doesn't matter anymore. I've moved on to bigger things. My company's growing, I'm helping other Underdog founders get funding, and I'm finally comfortable in my own skin. That bullied nerd from Chicago turned his pain into power. And if you're going through something similar right now, just remember, your glow-up is coming. If this story inspired you, smash that like button, drop a comment telling me about your own transformation, and subscribe for more insane real-life stories. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's next.